Hey everybody, what's going on? Loans here. I'm super excited. This is going to be my first video that I'm uploading to YouTube. So the way I want to start it is with a rebuild, and today we are going to be rebuilding the Minnesota Vikings. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the team here. I do have the updated rosters with rookies and all the free agency moves that have happened over this summer in the off season. So we've got Sam Bradford at quarterback, Latavius Murray at running back, and those are two positions I'll probably look to upgrade. Maybe get another wide receiver, and then a couple linemen. We'll probably keep Kyle Rudolph. He's got 4 years left on his contract, and he's kind of at that breaking point where he's going to start regressing. We'll probably keep him around just because he has so much time left on his contract. On defense, we're looking pretty good. The defensive line is really good. I don't think we really need to do much to that. Maybe get another defensive tackle. We'll just kind of see how that plays out. We'll get hopefully get another cornerback. Terrence Newman probably isn't going to cut it very much longer. He's 37 years old, so he'll probably be retiring here pretty quick. We'll get a strong safety and maybe a few linebackers. I know Kendricks is pretty young. We'll just kind of have to play that out and see what happens. So we're going to start off here with the trade. Brian Robinson is on the trade block, and looks like we can get some picks for him. He's old defensive end. He's 33. He's 81 overall, so he's still got a little bit of time left in him, but our ends that we have are much better, and he's not going to see much playing time. So it looks like we can get next year's 2nd round and 7th round, and this year's 5th round from the Panthers. And I don't think any of these other offers are going to beat that. We could get this year's 3rd round from the Cardinals, but I think I'm going to go ahead and accept this offer from the Panthers. So we're checking out the draft stories for week 3. And it looks like Derek Cates is transitioning to football after spending the last few seasons with Ole Miss's track and field team. So we'll go ahead and scout him. He will end up being a superstar in the draft. So he's a speed receiver, 22 years old, B spec catch, B release, B minus catching, projected early 1st rounder. We'll see if we have an early enough pick to get him, but he looks like he could be a pretty good receiver. So I'm going to head and sim through just about the entire season. I have no idea how we're doing. I just wanted to check the Week 15 draft stories. And it looks like quarterback Lawrence Young Sr. took home the Heisman, which is perfect. We need a quarterback, so we'll go ahead and scout him, see what he looks like. If I have to, I'll trade up in the draft to get him. We'll just see where we're at. So Lawrence Young Sr., A- throw power, B+ throw on the run, B+ throw accuracy short. He's a pocket passer, 21. Looks like he's going to be a pretty good quarterback. So we'll just see where we're at, and I'll try and pick him up. So I'm going through and using some of my scouting points, and this is probably the most busts I've seen in round 1. The 1st round of the draft, just about ever. There's this guy right here. 1st round projection with 4th round talent. We're getting undrafted guys in the 1st round, which I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. There's 2 of them with the 28th and 32nd projected picks. Something I just thought was weird. Something I'd never really seen before. Okay, so at the end of the 1st year, it looks like we did not make the playoffs. Nobody regressed, so we must not have done too bad. So we went 8-8. So it looks like we'll have about a middle of the pack pick. We were 17th in offensive yards, and we know we need help on offense. 7th in defense, so that was pretty good. I think if we did our linebackers, we'd probably be a little higher. 16th in points scored. 13th in points allowed. So, I mean, pretty average, not terrible. Sam Bradford threw for 3,700 yards, 21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I'd like for him to throw for more touchdowns, but that really wasn't that bad of a season. Rushing, Latavius Murray went for 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook had 18 touchdowns on the year. Wow. He might be our answer at running back. We'll have to see if he won Rookie of the Year or not. Receiving, Stephon Diggs led the team with 67 receptions. Michael Floyd led the team with 972 yards. Stephon Diggs was right behind him with 956 touchdowns. Michael Floyd also led in that category with 8, and nobody else was even near him. Kyle Rudolph did not do very well. 483 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is he a receiving tight end? Or is he a blocker? I don't know. Either way, Kyle Rudolph did not have a good year. Defense, Eric Kendricks led the team with 124 tackles. Emmanuel Lemur was right behind him. I have no idea how to say that last name. With 103. Terrence Newman racked up 94 tackles somehow. And Linval Joseph was 16. Shamar Stephen with 9. Everson Griffin with 7. So that wasn't too bad. Usually Linval Joseph gets over 20 tackles for loss in a season. So kind of a down year for him, but still pretty good. He had 80 tackles on the year too, which is pretty good for a defensive tackle. Everson Griffin led in sacks with 10. I'd like to see more sacks than that. That's, I'd like to see another guy with double digits at least. Interceptions, not too bad. Xavier Rhodes with 5, Terrence Newman with 4, and Harrison Smith with 4 as well. Check and see if we had any defensive touchdowns. Usually we don't. No. So we'll check through the awards really quick. Wow, Eli Manning wins the MVP. I have never seen Eli Manning win the MVP before. And Coach of the Year went to Pete Carroll. I doubt we are. No. Offensive Player of the Year, Eli Manning. Defensive Player of the Year, Quan Alexander. Did we have anybody? Probably not. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Dak Prescott. Oh, I forgot. They were in this class too. Dalvin Cook. If we would have started him, he probably wouldn't have got that many touchdowns, but you never know. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Deion Jones. And nobody. Best quarterback, I wouldn't expect us to be anywhere near here. No. Best running back. Latavius Murray was on there. Best wide receiver, I doubt it. Best defensive lineman. Everson Griffin came in at 10th. Linebacker. Xavier Rhodes came in at 6th. Terrence Newman came in at 7th for best DB. That wasn't bad. So, not really many awards. I guess I really shouldn't expect any with a mediocre season like that. But. So we're checking the draft stories here real quick before the Super Bowl. And AJ Battles won the All-Star Game MVP, which means he'll end up being a superstar. He had 14 catches for 200 yards. Then I've got a few players to re-sign here. I really don't think I'm going to re-sign any of them. None of them are really worth it. $31 million over 4 years is too much for a decent receiver. Nothing really stands out about him. That's 27 years old. He's just going to regress in the next few years anyway. So yeah, I think I'll let all of them go. And hopefully these free agents aren't terrible. Usually the first year free agents aren't great at all. There's nobody that really stands out. Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul. He's kind of young, but the Cowboys are overpaying for him. And the Redskins are seriously overpaying. What's his name for Avery Jones? So Taylor Gabriel, it's usually somebody that I like to sign. He usually does pretty well for me. I've gotten quite a few 1,000-yard seasons out of him. So we'll go ahead and shoot him an offer really quick. I think they were kind of lowballing him, so we'll see where this gets us. Perfect, we're in the lead. And I think we need a corner. Terrence Newman retired, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so we will need another corner. So we're going to go ahead and shoot Nolan Carroll an offer. He's just kind of going to be a placeholder until we can get something better in there. He'll do for this first year. We're going to lowball him though. Let's go with 900,000 signing bonus and maybe 2.2. And I think that's really all we're going to do for free agency. We'll see where that gets us. So Nolan Carroll has accepted, and somebody must have offered Taylor Gabriel some money. And it looks like the Bears went ahead and offered him some money, so we'll go ahead and up our offer a little bit as well. We'll go up to $4 million with a $2 million signing bonus. And that might be overpaying for Taylor Gabriel a little bit. Oh wow, we're in first. That might be overpaying for him a little bit, but he's done well by me for the last few that I've done. So we'll just see how he does. Okay, so this quarterback is looking better and better. His combine report's really good. It looks like he's going to be pretty quick. He's third best in the 40-yard dash with a 4.57. First in the 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. And he's second in the vertical jump. So it's looking like he's going to be pretty quick, a good athlete, and his stats look like they're going to be pretty good too. We're going to definitely have to trade up to get him though. We have the 17th pick. So we'll go ahead and make some trades on draft day and see what we can do. So Taylor Gabriel accepted our offer. So we have a new wide receiver. We'll put him in the slot and see how he does there. He usually does really well in the slot. And if I remember right, he's actually a pretty good kick returner too, so we might have a new kick returner. So right now I'm scouting right tackles, and I don't know if this might be something that's commonly known. I don't really know. But guys like this, Dylan Dobbins, anybody with a 6.0 that's a lineman, a 6.0 combine grade, and is high up in the bench press, you can pretty much guarantee that they're going to be a steal. So the third round with a B run block, that's all I need to know about him. 6.0 combine grade, that guy's going to be good. There's another one down here, Darian Hilton, same thing, B plus run block, 6.3 combine, third in the bench press with 37 reps. He actually had a really good combine. This guy's going to be an animal. He's somebody that you want to take. There's one more. Oh, I missed this guy. 6.1 combine, 36 bench press, B plus run block. He's going to be good. And all these guys are 6'7" too. I never noticed that. Huh. But then Tyrone Porcher, 6.4, 40 bench press, B run block. This guy is going to be good as well. So those are the kind of guys that you need to look for when you're doing linemen. You actually don't even really need to scout any of the linemen. You can build a line just off combine grades, really. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start the draft, and I am almost 100% positive that the San Francisco 49ers are going to take that quarterback with the first pick. So we're going to have to go ahead and work a trade. See if there's something we can do to get that first pick. So we'll go ahead and try our first pick, and we have a lot of picks. We'll try the first pick, first round pick, and then next year's. Well, I don't want to give next year's first. We'll just try first, second round pick. See how that works out for us. I don't think this will be anywhere close, but yeah, not even close. So what do they need? They need a quarterback, a center, and a left guard. So maybe, since I know we're going to get some good linemen in the draft, what do we have at left guard? Alex Boone. They're interested in him. Easy enough. I might have overpaid for that first pick. I don't know. Oh well, we're going to get some good linemen in this draft, I can guarantee it. So we're going to go ahead and take Lawrence Young Sr. I hope he was worth trading that far up. And he's an 80 overall superstar, so that was a good pick. I'm almost positive the Niners would have taken him with that pick, so we've got our quarterback of the future. So with our second round pick, we're going to go ahead and take a wide receiver, Ja'Cory Gee. What a name. Out of Notre Dame, 22 years old, 5'11", 184. Didn't have the best combine, but he's got some decent top 3 skills. I didn't really have anybody else in my watch list that I wanted in the second round, so we'll just take him and see how he looks. He's a 73 overall quick. He's ranked 33rd. We got him at 49th. 89 speed, 94 acceleration. That's not bad. 82 route running, 83 catching, 78 spec catch, 83 jumping. So he's not bad. We'll work him in, get him some reps, and hopefully we can make him a pretty good receiver. So we have a lot of picks in this draft. We have an early third rounder here, and it looks like one of those tackles that I wanted actually got taken already. Man. So we need some linemen. We traded away Alex Boone, and our first round pick for the Niners. So we are going to need some guys on the line. But I mean, we can wait maybe on those. Let's see what's out there right now. I didn't really scout anybody in the third round. A lot of second rounders still left. Okay, so we've got a third round projected safety, Teddy Thomas, B+ hit power, C+ tackle, C+ pursuit. He had a decent combine. He actually had a pretty good combine. Third in the broad jump. Runs a 4.51 40. 21 years old, 6'2". He's a run support safety. I think he'll end up being pretty good. We'll see. And he's a 71 overall, normal development. But we might give him the start over Sendejo. He's ranked 45th. We took him at 67th. He's not really looking too bad. 89 speed, 91 excel, 71 zone, 77 tackle, 51 play rec. We'll get that up, and his awareness. I don't know where his awareness is. I don't see it there. But we'll get that stuff up, and I think he'll end up being a pretty good safety. And we need to get some linebackers, but unfortunately, nobody that I scouted really looked all that great. Apparently I didn't scout any right outside linebackers. I was looking to trading away the pick, see what we can get, because I'm not really seeing anybody that I want. I don't want another third round pick this year. We can get next year's second and fourth from the Broncos. That doesn't sound too bad. We can get next year's second and third from the Seahawks, which sounds even better. I don't really want more picks in this year's draft. So unless I completely miss something, I think the Seahawks are going to be the team we go with. Alright, so now's the time we start picking up those linemen. We still have 3 of them left. They're projected 6th round, but I know they're going to be way better than 6th rounders. Darion Hilton, 76 overall normal. He's ranked 27th in true talent. We took him at 99th. So he's going to be really good. 93 strength, 87 run block, 74 pass block, 78 impact. 49 awareness is going to hurt for a while, but we'll get that up, and this guy's going to be a beast. So we're going to take our second lineman, Donald Mickens out of New Mexico State. He's 6'7", 324, 22 years old. This guy's going to be a beast too. 78 overall. He's even better than the last guy. Wow. 20th in true talent. We drafted him 113th. 89 strength, 88 run block, 76 pass block, 83 impact. 53 awareness is going to hurt, but we'll get that up. And this guy is going to be a stud. And we have 2 picks back to back, and besides our linemen, I still really don't think there's anybody that I'm interested in taking. Okay, so we need a running back. I'm going to go ahead and just go out on a limb here. This guy's got a decent combine, 4.44 40, 35.4 vert. Not the strongest, not the fastest, not the quickest, but he is a balanced back, so we'll just go ahead and see how he is. 66 overall, not good. That's okay, I got another pick right after this anyway. Could have traded that pick away, but I'd rather get some players if I could. Take a chance. So we are going to grab Tyrone Porter with our, I think this is our last 5th round pick. Yeah. B run block. He's 6.4 combine grade. 40 reps on the bench. 338 pounds, 6'7", out of Arizona. He is a 76 normal. Usually these guys are either quick development or superstar development. All 3 of these guys have been normal, which is a little surprising. But 92 strength, 84 run block, 76 pass block, 82 impact blocking, 52 awareness. Just like the other guys, pretty low, but awareness is so easy to get up. You get that up 20 points or so, and this guy's going to be really good. Alright, so here's what our draft looks like. With the first pick, I'm going to grab the quarterback. I would assume he's the best player in the draft. This guy's going to be really good. Took a wide receiver with our 2nd round pick, 3rd round pick. We grabbed a strong safety, and then our 4th round picks were both linemen who are going to be really good. We just grabbed a running back there because we needed one, ended up not being very good. Then we grabbed another lineman who's going to be a stud. And then with these last 2 picks, I just kind of picked the guys with the highest combine in cornerback and in running back, and they both ended up being crap. So I'm not sure what happened to the Bills here, but this might be the worst 1st round pick I've ever seen. 62 overall with the 22nd pick. This guy is not good at all. Not really sure what they were thinking. And then with their 2nd pick, they grabbed a 65 overall, so pretty bad draft by the Bills. I think this is the only other guy I was interested in with this draft. The Dolphins took him 3rd. A 78 overall wide receiver, AJ Battles. We know he's going to be superstar from, I think he won MVP, the All-Star game, if I remember right. So yeah, he's superstar. 95 speed, 93 excel. His catching's a little low, 79. So once they get catching and awareness up, route running up a little bit, this guy's going to be really good. And with the 17th pick that we traded the 49ers, they went ahead and took a center, 73 overall. Not looking too good. 73, he's quick though. so that's not too bad. 79 pass and run block, 84 impact, 68 awareness, 87 strength. He'll be decent, but probably not the best choice with the 17th pick. So the other quarterback that was a first rounder, Jason McLaughlin, 78 overall. The Ravens took him with the 11th pick. Wow, and he is a superstar too. 80 overall with the Ravens. He's 23 years old, though I believe the guy we took was 21. And this is more of a, I think he was a mobile quarterback, whereas ours was a pocket passer. But he has 84 speed, 93 throw power, 84 deep accuracy, that's pretty good, 80 medium accuracy, and 86 short accuracy, 83 throw on the run. So this guy's going to be pretty good too. Good thing he's in the AFC, we don't have to fight him for Rookie of the Year. So here's what the team looks like year 2. We've got our new quarterback, Lawrence Young Sr., starting. At running back, we've got Dalvin Cook, who's now an 82. Stephon Diggs is now an 87. Taylor Gabriel's our number 2 receiver. And Jacare Gee, that's not what I wanted. I wanted him our number 2 receiver. There we go. Jacare Gee is going to be our number 2 receiver. Taylor Gabriel's going to be out of the slot with that 93 speed. Line gets a little shaky here because we drafted a bunch of tackles and we needed a guard, but that was kind of the best that we had to work with there. So we've got our rookie Darion Hilton starting at left guard. I'm not sure if I want that though. 74 pass block. Get a little better pass block. So we're going to start Porcher at left guard. We've got Elfline at center, Berger at right guard, and our other rookie, Donald Mickens, at right tackle. And then Kyle Rudolph's now an 86 at tight end. And on the other side of the ball, nothing's really changed. No more Terrence Newman. Now we've got Trey Waynes. Trey Waynes is a 76 now. And then we picked up off free agency. Nolan Carroll's going to be our nickel corner. Everson Griffin, Linval Joseph, Steven, and Daniel Hunter on our line. Anthony Barr, Eric Kendricks, and Lemur with our linebackers, and that's where we're going to look to improve this year is with our linebackers. Harrison Smith at free safety, and then I went ahead and started Teddy Thomas over Sendejo. He's 29 years old. He's just going to regress. He's not going to get any better. We might as well start somebody new out there. Another thing I forgot was we have 3 quarterbacks that all have trade value. Maybe not so much for Bradford, but Teddy Bridgewater has some trade value. So we can get a first round pick from the New York Giants, actually. Whether or not that's realistic, I guess, I don't know, but I feel like it'd be dumb to not take that. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the first round pick, 2019 first round pick for Teddy Bridgewater, who is just going to ride the pine for us. So we've got a wide receiver that's going to be a superstar. Looks like he's a converted track athlete, actually a gold medalist. Wisconsin wide receiver Parker Mail is he's the son of a former gold medalist in the 100 meter and 200 meter, and he looks just as fast. So we will check him out. We don't really need another speed receiver. We need more of a possession guy, but we'll see how this guy is. And he is looking pretty good. He's not a speed guy. He's actually a red zone threat, but he's got A spec catch, B plus catching, and B plus catching traffic. Definitely throwing him on the watch list. If he's around we'll be taking him. So at the mid-season mark, the Vikings are 4-3. Not terrible, not great. I'll see where we're at in the division. We are third in the division. This is a tough division, the NFC North. It's a hard one to win in with the Packers, and now apparently the Lions are doing well too. So I mean, we're not doing terrible though. There's still a lot of football left, and our quarterback is not looking good. 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Usually rookie quarterbacks do really well for me. I'm not sure why he's not. Dalvin Cook isn't doing bad. 565 yards, 3 touchdowns. Latavius Murray has 4 touchdowns, 403 yards. Like it if they weren't so close. Our receivers aren't really doing much. I might need to switch something around. Taylor Gabriel has 25 receptions, 345 yards. Rookie Gee has 321 yards. Stephon Diggs only has 273 yards. Taylor Gabriel looks like he's leading with 3 touchdowns. And on defense, nobody's really standing out either. We're just kind of mediocre. Eric Kendricks with 43 tackles. Lemur, whatever his name is, has 43 tackles as well. And Linval Joseph has 9 tackles for loss. And he's also leading with sacks. He's tied with Everson Griffin, actually, with 4 sacks. And we are not getting the turnovers we were getting last year either. Kendricks has 2 picks, Xavier Rhodes has 2, Trey Waynes has 1, and Anthony Barr has 1. And I would not imagine. I actually had a safety. Linval Joseph had a safety. And no touchdowns. So hopefully we can kind of turn this around the second half. 25th offensive yards. We're doing first in defense though, so we're doing something right. 29th in points scored. And then 3rd in points allowed. So the defense is really what's keeping us in the game. So I went ahead and made a change here. I don't know if this was the right thing to do or not, but went ahead and put Michael Floyd at our number 2 receiver, Taylor Gabriel in the slot, and Stephon Diggs staying as our number 1 receiver. I don't know if Gee being in the number 2 spot was the problem or not, but I figured we could get a big possession guy in there like Michael Floyd that might help out a little bit. We have a few guys to re-sign. Xavier Rhodes, he's getting old, he's 27. I know he's going to regress, but I'm only doing a few years of this, so I'm going to go ahead and throw him up an offer. Since I'm only doing a few years, I can offer him more years and actually less money, and usually they take that. So yeah, he went ahead and took that offer. Joe Berger, he's pretty old. I probably won't re-sign him. Anthony Barr wants a lot of money, and he's really not doing that much for us. He is only 25, but he's a 79 overall, and I guess we don't really have much of an option here. So we'll give him a 7-year contract. $5 million a year, and then we'll just say like 125 signing bonus, and he should sign that. Shamar Stephen, he's actually doing pretty good for us. I feel comfortable giving him another contract. So I think that's all I'm going to do right now. Maybe give Sharif Floyd a contract a little bit later. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not really seeing anyone else that I'm too keen on. So Drico Watt, maybe it's JJ Watt's cousin, or I don't know, maybe it's the mailman's kid, who knows. But Drico Watt looks like he won the Heisman, outside linebacker from Miami. So we will have to check him out since we need some linebackers pretty bad. So he's a pass rushing linebacker, B plus pursuit, B hit power, B finesse moves. I mean, not really the kind of outside linebacker we're looking for. We run a 4-3. He'd be more like a speed rusher off the end, and we have two pretty good defensive ends. I guess depending on his speed and what his combine looks like, we'll be able to tell if he'd be a good 4-3 linebacker, but probably not what we're looking for. So a little disappointing, we didn't make the playoffs. I actually thought this year would be a year we could maybe make it, the wild card. I didn't expect to win the division, but maybe the wild card. We didn't do terrible. Wow! I'm assuming he won the Rookie of the Year. I don't know if I've ever seen that much experience. Wow, that's crazy. 72,000 for Lawrence Young, so he's gonna just skyrocket here. Somehow Sendeo got started. I should have checked on that, or maybe they might have reordered after the season. But line looks like it did pretty good. We went 8-8. Same as last year, didn't get any better, didn't get any worse. We did get younger though, so we should be quite a bit better next year. Check out the stats. So I don't know how he won Rookie of the Year. This is as mediocre of a season as you can get. 3,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Looks like he did do better in the second half though. The first half, you remember, he had I think 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So that's looking a little better. He did get sacked quite a bit though, 36 sacks. Hopefully next year that'll go down some. Dalvin Cook, 1,200 yards, almost 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Latavius Murray had 800 yards and 10 touchdowns. I wish I could figure out how to make it so the second string running back doesn't get so many carries. Haven't quite figured that out yet, because if Dalvin Cook was able to take some of those carries over, he would have easily been, 1,500 yards with some more touchdowns. Receiving, Stephon Diggs led the team with 70 receptions. Taylor Gabriel led with 956 yards. And how did Malcolm Floyd do? So Michael Floyd only played the second half of the season, but he had 39 receptions and 369 yards, so that's not bad. And then Jackery Gee, 35 receptions, 334 yards, so I don't think that made too much of a difference. Stephon Diggs led with 6 touchdowns. Kyle Rudolph had 487 yards. I'd like for him to get more yards, but I guess that's kind of the way it goes. Latavius Murray had 4 touchdowns out of the backfield. So Riley Reef gave up the most sacks. Wow, he gave up 21. So we'll be looking to replace him next year. Maybe we'll throw one of our rookies that we drafted this last year in there. Or maybe we'll find somebody better in the draft this year. Eric Kendricks led with 103 tackles. This Emmanuel Lemur, I can't say his last name. I have no idea how. 195. And then Teddy Thomas had 79, so not bad. Sacks, we had Danielle Hunter with 11, Everson Griffin with 9.5, Linval Joseph with 7.5, and Linval Joseph also had 17 tackles for loss. Danielle Hunter had 9, Shamar Stephen had 6. And then Eric Kendricks led with 3 interceptions. Xavier Rhodes had 3. Trey Waynes had 2. So I'd like to see us get some more turnovers if we could. How do we do on fumbles? I usually don't check fumbles. Wow, we only had 2. That's not very good. We had a block kick. We blocked it. Harrison Smith. Huh. We had another safety. Oh, I think that was the safety I saw from the... I think that was the first half of this year. And then I would expect no touchdowns. So, 15th offensive yards. And then 3rd in defense. The defense really carried us. Without the defense, we would have been crap. 23rd in points scored. And then 8th in points allowed. So the defense is looking really good. Yearly awards. Aaron Rodgers won the MVP. I doubt we had anybody even close. McLaughlin. It always seems like the other quarterback that gets picked always does way better than the quarterbacks I pick. I don't know why. I don't know how. But it always seems like the computer quarterback does way better. Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Rodgers. I doubt we had anybody. Teddy Bridgewater. Are you kidding me? 10th? Oh, man. Well, we got a first round pick out of him. Defensive Player of the Year, AJ Klein. We did not have anybody. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Lawrence Young. And then Jackery Gee, who only had 300 yards. How he had 3rd in the Rookie of the Year is beyond me. Hopefully that's something they fix in Madden 18 is the awards rankings, because that's kind of ridiculous. Then Teddy Thomas came in 7th, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Aaron Rodgers won Best Quarterback. Best Running Back went to Zeke. And Dalvin Cook came in 10th. Best Wide Receiver. We had nobody. Best Offensive Lineman. We had nobody. Jermaine Ifedi. Okay, so I'm a Seahawks fan, and that's just kind of funny because Jermaine Ifedi was absolutely terrible. He seemed like a bust last year. How he's in 84, I have no idea, but it just 9th in best offensive line. That's just a joke, just a joke. Defensive line, Adrian Claiborne, and we had nobody. I guess we didn't do that great, but best linebacker, nobody. Best defensive back, Richard Sherman. And we didn't have anybody. So, a pretty good year defensively. Hopefully our offense will improve next year. And Henry Bacon, who is the long blonde-haired quarterback, which means he's going to be the GOAT. Won the All-Star Game MVP. He's going to be a superstar. We don't need him. I just wanted to scout him anyway. Yeah, he's going to be good. A+ throw power, B+ short accuracy, and B+ mid accuracy. He's 22. Yeah, he's going to be good. And the Tennessee Titans have won the Super Bowl. That's another one that I don't think I've ever seen. They beat the Detroit Lions, who must have won a playoff game. 44-32. And we've got 16 guys ready to re-sign. Sam Bradford. I can sign a backup quarterback for cheaper than that. I'm not really interested. Jaleel Johnson. He's young. I could probably throw an offer his way. We'll go 4 years at $2.3 million, 1.35. And he's signed that. Jerick McKinnon, not really interested. I don't know if he even touched the ball this year. Kai Forbath. We could probably get a better kicker in free agency. He is Emmanuel Lemur. Yeah. He doesn't want very much money, but he's 29, he's regressing. I think we can get a better outside linebacker. I guess worst case scenario, I can throw him this offer for 3 years. It's barely any cap hit, you know, and he's a backup. No, whatever. I don't want you anyway. So I think those are the only offers I'm going to throw out this year. Yeah, we'll see what free agency brings us. Okay, so we have a lot of cap room, and we have some good players on free agency. So we've got a better linebacker here with Kevin Pierre-Louis, who's from the Seahawks. Let's see, what's he looking like? Colts are giving him some money. I think we can go ahead and sign him. He's 26. I don't know if we're going to get a better linebacker in the draft, so we'll just go ahead and shoot him that offer and see where that puts us. Okay. So we're at 81 points. We can just give him a little bit more. That should be enough. Well, that's... screw it. That's enough. Okay, so we signed Adrian Claiborne, Kevin Pierre-Louis, and Steven Gostkowski. Here we are. We're ready to draft. I really want that wide receiver. I don't remember his name, but Mail, I think, was his name. I don't think the Jets are going to take him. The first team I think the Jets are going to take a quarterback. The first team that I think will actually take him would be the Colts. So we'll go ahead and advance to the next pick. Okay, they grabbed an outside linebacker. They grabbed J.J. Watt's long lost brother. I hope the Bengals don't take him. Okay, so the Bengals grabbed a quarterback. They're done with Andy Dalton, apparently. Let's see who's on the board. The Colts might go defensive here. I think they will. I actually think they're going to go with defense. It's a big gamble. Okay, they did. Man, I probably overpaid for that. Okay. Oh well. So we went ahead and traded with the Bears for the 7th pick in the draft. And we are going to take our receiver, Parker Mail. He's going to be a superstar. A spec catch, B plus catching, B plus catching traffic. Not the fastest 40, 4.46, but he's just going to be a stud. Oh, man. So not as good as I thought he was going to be. It's kind of a disappointment. I could have drafted him probably with my pick. Anyway, he's not looking bad by any means. 93 speed, 89 excel, 78 route running, 87 catching traffic, 94 spec catch, 96 jumping. The thing that's really hurting him is the route running and the awareness, which are both pretty easy to get up. So might not look like the best pick on paper, but he's gonna be pretty good. It'll be a good pick. This guy's a good blocking tight end. We'll just grab him, see what he's all about. 72 overall, ranked 52nd in true talent. We took him at 62nd. 78 speed, 73 catching, 78 run block. So he's a blocking tight end, so run block is what he's good for. So not bad. Okay, we're gonna start grabbing the guys that we really need, these late round linemen and a couple of receivers. So first, with our 3rd round pick, we're gonna take Jason Brenner. B impact block, B run block, C plus pass block. He's 24, so I think they'll actually give him a better overall for being a little bit older. He was 2nd among left guards in the bench press with 33 reps, and he's looking like he's pretty quick too. His 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle time didn't look bad. So not as good as I thought he was going to be. 72 overall, normal development, ranked 60th in true talent. We took him at 81st. 88 strength, 83 run block, 76 pass block, 84 impact blocking, and 54 awareness, which is hurting. So here's our second third round pick. And we will go ahead and grab Darqueze McGowan. He's a route runner out of southern Utah. He's looking like he's quick, not too fast with a 4.5 40. B route running, B minus catching, B minus release. So he's a 73 overall quick. He's ranked 37th in true talent. We took him at 94th. So pretty good pick. 89 speed, 84 route running, 82 catching, 94 acceleration, 72 catch in traffic, 73 spec catch, 83 jumping, and 61 awareness. So we'll try and work him in. Might be kind of hard to work him in with all the receivers we've got. And I'm going to be really upset if our tackle got taken. I don't think he did though. Nope, there he is, Lawrence Pace. This guy's going to be good. 76 overall quick. Yeah, he's pretty good. 90 strength, 81 run block, 82 pass block. So we'll go ahead and just start him at left tackle right away. 79 impact, 58 awareness. Ranked 31st in true talent. We took him at 145th. Okay, so Henry Bacon said he was going to be the GOAT, and he really is going to be the GOAT. 84 overall. The Bengals took him with the second pick. And yeah, we knew he was a superstar, but this dude he's gonna be the GOAT. 96 throw power, 86 short, 86 medium, 84 deep, 76 awareness. He can throw on the run, decent play action. He's got decent speed, so the Bengals got a hell of a pick there. I don't remember who had the first pick, but it was the Jets. I'm surprised they didn't take him. At the start of year 3, here's what the team's looking like. Lawrence Young Sr. is a beast. He went up from an 80 to a 91 overall. So we should be a lot better on offense this year, I think. Dalvin Cook is an 86 overall now. Stephon Diggs is still an 87. We've got Mail, our rookie wide receiver, and at wide receiver number 2, Taylor Gabriel's in the slot. A rookie, Pace, is in at left tackle. We've got Porcher in at guard, Elfline at center, Hilton in at right guard, and Mickens, who's now an 85, he balled out last year. He's in at right tackle. Kyle Rudolph's an 88 overall and at tight end. And then on defense, everything's looking the same. We've got, I might actually put him in Jaleel Johnson. I might put him in at DT number 2. I haven't quite decided yet because I think Shamar Stevens is going to start regressing, so we might as well put him in at DT number 2. So we've got Everson Griffin, Linval Joseph, Johnson, Daniel Hunter on the line, Xavier Rhodes and Trey Waynes. Carroll II is going to be our nickel corner again. We've got Harrison Smith in at free safety. Our free agent acquisition, Kevin Pierre-Louis, is in at right outside linebacker. Eric Kendricks, middle linebacker. It's actually progressing somewhat nicely. He's an 84 now. I think he's in the 70s when we started with him, so he's not doing too bad. And Anthony Barr and at left outside linebacker, and then we have Thomas starting at strong safety again. Of course, we're 3-0 in week 4. We come back in midseason, we're 4-3. That's just the way it goes, I guess. We'll check the stats here really quick. Lawrence Young, he's not really doing it. We're 18th offense, 4th defense. The defense is carrying us again. We're 6th in points scored with 198, 16th with 175 points allowed. I don't know what's going on. 1,687 yards for Lawrence Young Sr., 9 touchdowns, 5 picks. Only 14 sacks, so that's not too bad. Dalvin Cook, not really producing either. I mean, 445 yards at the mid-season mark isn't really that great. He's only got 113 carries though, which is kind of weird. 3 touchdowns. Latavius Murray has 7 touchdowns. If anybody knows how to make it so the second string running back doesn't get so many touches, let me know. I've been trying to figure that out for a while. I just can't figure it out. Taylor Gabriel's leading with 514 yards. Our rookie Parker Mail has 422. He's only got 1 touchdown though, but he's got 32 receptions, which isn't bad. Taylor Gabriel and Kyle Rudolph both have 3 touchdowns. Hopefully it's like last year, they pick it up in the second half of the season. We'll check how the line's doing. Our line is doing pretty good. Lawrence Pace, he's a rookie, it's to be expected. 6 sacks, not that bad though. Out of 8 games played, he's not doing that bad. Everybody else looks like they're doing pretty good. Defensive side of the ball, Eric Kendricks with 52 tackles. Our nickel corner actually has 39 tackles, second on the team. Kevin Pierre-Louis has 38 tackles, so not really producing like we'd like him to, but Linval Joseph only has 5 tackles for loss right now. That's not very good for him. Usually he's double digits by now. We're just not getting that much pressure. 3.5 sacks for Jaleel Johnson, leading the team. I'm not really sure why that is, but we're just not getting pressure. 2 for Daniel Hunter. And we're not really getting the turnovers either. 2 interceptions for Eric Kendricks, 2 for Nolan Carroll, who's probably having a career year, and 2 for Harrison Smith. Our corners just aren't really doing their job. And fumbles, we've got 4 on the season. It looks like 3 of them are recovered. And we have a touchdown, Kevin Pierre-Louis. So I guess he's worth the money. He's got 1 touchdown. That's more than we've had the last 2 years. So we'll see how we do the second half here. I think we'll pick it up. That's what we've done the last couple of years, so we'll just see what happens. Okay, so year 3 is the year. We finished 10-6, and looks like we were in the wild card round. Looks like we actually won the division. I think we're at home right now. A lot of experience. Wow. So we won the NFC North at 10-6. Green Bay was behind us at 9-7. Check the stats real quick, and it looks like we picked it up. 6,494 offensive yards, 6th in the NFL, 5th defense in the NFL with 5,626 yards, 2nd in points scored with 485, and 15th in points allowed. So not as good as we have been usually with points allowed, but still. We did really good this year. So we'll check out the individual stats. Lawrence Young, who only had, I think, 1,600 yards at the halfway point, finished with 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I think he had, I don't remember how many interceptions he had at the halfway point, but he didn't throw many more. Dalvin Cook had 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Latavius Murray had 777 yards with 14 touchdowns. Receiving, Parker Mail led the receivers with 86 receptions. He also had 930 yards. And Taylor Gabriel led the team with 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns, which Kyle Rudolph led in touchdowns with 10. See, Stephon Diggs didn't really do too well. 66 receptions, 890 yards, and only 4 touchdowns. I'd expect a little more production out of Stephon Diggs. It's just not there. Parker Mail had a better season. And on defense, Eric Kendricks led the team with 134 tackles, 1.5 sacks. He had 4 interceptions, which probably led the team as well. Kevin Pierre-Louis, a free agent signing, had 88 tackles. Linval Joseph led the team with 13 tackles for loss. Daniel Hunter, I think, had 9. Everson Griffin led the team with 8.5 sacks. Nobody in double digits, which is pretty upsetting. Jaleel Johnson had 7.5. Who I wasn't even going to start. I was actually going to start, I think Shamar Stephen was his name. And interceptions, Eric Kendricks led with 4. Xavier Rhodes had 3. I don't think he had any at the midway point, maybe 1. So he kind of picked it up there at the end. Harrison Smith had 3. Nolan Carroll had 2. And then fumbles. We had a lot of fumbles. A lot of different guys giving up fumbles. That's a lot. And then we had the 1 touchdown, and we still have 1 touchdown. So pretty good defensive season. I am okay with that. And we'll check the yearly awards. Jameis Winston won the MVP. I have not seen that one before. See if we had anybody. Lawrence Young came in 9th. And I don't see that other quarterback. I can't remember his name, but he was drafted the same year as Lawrence Young. So Offensive Player of the Year is Jameis Winston. Defensive Player of the Year was Dominique Easley. Haven't seen that one before either. Eric Kendricks came in 2nd. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Skylar Welsh. Man. Is he the quarterback? I can't remember. Trent Rayner, he was the quarterback. And Parker Mail came in 7th, unfortunately. If he would have had some more touchdowns, he probably would have won Rookie of the Year. He only had 2, so that kind of hurt him. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Chandrez Balogun. I don't even know if we had any defensive rookies. I don't think we... I have no idea who that is. Well, that must have been that cornerback that I picked up. Best quarterback, Jameis Winston. Okay, Lawrence Young came in 9th. Best running back was Zeke. And we weren't on there. Dalvin Cook was not on there. Best receiver, Randall Cobb. Best offensive lineman, Zach Martin. We were not on there. Best defensive lineman was Dominique Easley. I wouldn't imagine we were on there. Linebacker, Danny Trevathan. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Eric Kendricks was 2nd in Defensive Player of the Year, but 5th in Best Linebacker. And Jason Verrett, who I wanted to sign off free agency but wasn't willing to pay the money for him, won Best DB. I guess that's what you get for being cheap. Overall, pretty good season though. Let's go ahead and simulate this game and hopefully we beat the Rams. And we did, we beat the Rams. We'll check the score. Where am I? There I am. Okay, postseason wildcard, there we go. I don't know what I was doing there for a second. Baltimore beat the Chargers. We beat the Rams 28-17. Looks like the Steelers beat the Dolphins 34-27, and the Falcons beat the Panthers 23-9. And we have a divisional game against the Cowboys at what is it, AT&T Stadium or whatever. We're at Dallas, so we'll see how that goes. I think we should beat the Cowboys, I would think. Oh, and I spoke too soon. We didn't beat the Cowboys. We'll check the score. So it's going to be the Cowboys and the 49ers. I would never expected the 49ers to be in the conference championship. So we barely lost to the Cowboys by one score, 28-34. And the team we lost to ended up winning the Super Bowl, so I don't feel so bad. The Cowboys beat the Steelers 35-21. So the free agents aren't looking too bad. I'm going to go ahead and throw an offer out to this guy. I've never seen him before. I don't know who he plays for. Chidobe Awuzie. We'll see where this offer gets us. 82. Okay. Let's see here. He's only 24. We'll go ahead and offer him a few more years. We'll see if he takes this. 85, so we need a little more. Okay. We'll get him up to 2 mil on the signing bonus. That should do it. You need a little more than that. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that should help with the corner situation a little bit. And we actually had the 7th pick in the draft as well. So I think I'm going to grab a corner with that pick. We have 2 first-round picks, and I haven't really paid too much attention to the draft. I don't really know who I'm going to grab. I thought our punter was... Okay. Whatever. I thought we didn't sign our punter back. So Awuzie has accepted our offer. We'll go ahead and skip to our pick. I feel like this guy's going to be a major reach. Oh well, screw it. We need a corner. We're going to grab him. I don't feel like trading down. 76 normal. Yeah, I reached. Yeah. Oh well. Or we could take Braxton Bragg. We'll grab him. 78 normal. Okay, that's a little better. He's ranked 12th. True talent, we took him at 26th. 94 speed, 96 excel, 77 man, 82 zone, 71 play rec. So the guy, he'll be pretty good. He'll probably start nickel. So after I simmed to the end of the draft, it looks like we picked up a 5th round steal. I think he's 5th round. 4th round. Got him in the 4th round. He looks like a steal. 75 overall, free safety. 89 speed, 82 zone, 78 tackle. So, not too shabby. With the start of year 4, I think. Is this year 4? I think it's year 4. With the start of year 4. That's what the lineup's looking like. Young's still a 95, Dalvin Cook, 86. I'm trying something different here. Seems like the slot receiver seems to get the majority of the yards, touchdowns, and all that stuff. So I put Mail in at the slot receiver. We've got McGowan, who was a rookie last year, Darqueze McGowan. I didn't think he got that much play time, but he got enough play time to get up to an 80. So we got him playing wide receiver number 2. Stephon Diggs is still at 1. Taylor Gabriel's at wide receiver 4. Line's still the same. We got Pace, Porcher, Elfline, Hilton, and Mickens. Kyle Rudolph's starting to regress a little bit. He's down to an 86 from an 88 last year. And everything on the defense still looks the same. The only thing that has changed is our nickel corner. Our cornerbacks have gotten a lot better, but our nickel corner, oh wow, Awuzie has 21,000 XP. Need to do that. Is we have our nickel corner, our rookie Bragg. so that should be a pretty big upgrade there. Linval Joseph is regressing a little bit, but he only has, I think, 2 years left. So I'm going to go ahead and spend his XP, and I will see you at the mid-season. Here we are at the mid-season, and it is our bye week, so we'll have to run over. We're doing good. There's no regression. We'll have to run over the standings and check how we're doing. We are 6-2 on the season. Looks like we just beat the Lions, who were 6-1, 31-24. We're 5th in offensive yards, 15th in defensive yards, so that's quite a ways down from where we normally are. 6th in points scored, and 198 points allowed. No idea what that ranks. So we'll go ahead and sim to the playoffs and see where we're at. Okay, so we went 12-4, but we're a wild card team, so it says right there in the bottom corner, Aaron Rodgers is MVP. I'm assuming that the Green Bay Packers are better than 12-4. No, wow, it's the Detroit Lions. Packers went 9-7, the Lions went 13-3. Wow. So Lawrence Young had a, wow, really bad season. Everything just turned way around. 13th in points scored, 3rd in points allowed, 378. 5,552 offensive yards, which is 25th, and 5,600 defensive yards, which was 2nd. And at the halfway point, we were 15th in defensive yards and somewhere in the top 5, I think, for offensive yards. So it just completely turned around there. So Lawrence Young had 3,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So he did really good there. Barely turned the ball over. Dalvin Cook had 1,300 yards with 12 touchdowns. Thomas Kirkendall had 512 yards with 8 touchdowns. Still had quite a few carries though, 187 carries for the backup. Receiving, Stephon Diggs led the team with 75 receptions. Parker Mail had 73. And Parker Mail led the team with 1,016 yards and 12 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs had 9. Darqueze McGowan had 4 with 629 yards. And Kirkendall had 2. Kyle Rudolph, we're not getting very much production out of him. Only 1 touchdown, 653 yards. And on defense, Eric Kendricks had 125 tackles, 2 tackle for loss, 3 interceptions, 4 sacks. Kevin Pierre-Louis had 103 yards. Linval Joseph had 11 tackles for loss. Daniel Hunter had 7. So Linval Joseph is really starting to regress. Finally have a double-digit sack total. Daniel Hunter had 10. Everson Griffin had 8. And Joseph had 4. And Xavier Rhodes led the team with interceptions at 5. Kendricks had 3. Braxton Bragg, our rookie nickel corner, had 79 tackles and 3 picks. So that was pretty good. And Awuzie had 3 picks as well. See if we had any more touchdowns on the year. We had another one. So we had Xavier Rhodes and Eric Kendricks both with defensive touchdowns. I'm done with everyone's XP. Lawrence Young is now 97. Dalvin Cook's an 88. And I don't think anybody else really changed too much. The line got a little better. Porcher, Hilton, and Mickens all progressed pretty well. On defense, I don't think anybody else has really progressed too much. Eric Kendricks is an 88 now with confidence boost, so that's pretty good. Bragg did go up to an 83 from a 78. So we have an 83 nickel corner. That's pretty good. And I think, yeah, let's go ahead and simulate this game. Make it to the divisional round. I'll be so pissed. Oh my god. I should have known. I should have known. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Is that their second Super Bowl in a row? I think it is. 38-28. I don't really know what we need now. I don't really know. So Miles Jack. That might be what we need. Okay, so we ended up getting Kyle Rudolph, Miles Jack, and Jermaine Fetty, and I don't think we were signing anybody else. Sua Cravens. Looks like Baltimore gave him a better offer, so we'll go ahead and we'll go $4 million with a 1.4 bonus. Screw you, Baltimore. And then I don't care about the draft. So hopefully that's enough to get Sua Cravens. And that is. So I'm just going to simulate probably the next season. At the beginning of our 5th and final season, we've got Young at quarterback still, 97, Dalvin Cook at the running back. We're going to go ahead and keep Mail at the slot receiver. We've got Diggs as our number 1 receiver and McGowan at number 2. We re-signed Kyle Rudolph in free agency, so we got him back. Then we've got Ifedi at right guard, Mickens, right tackle, Hilton at center, Porcher at left guard, and Pace at left tackle. And on defense, I went ahead and put Miles Jack at middle linebacker and switched Eric Kendricks over to left outside linebacker. That might not be the most popular decision, but Kendricks is an 86 outside linebacker, and Barr I think was an 81, so it's an upgrade. We got Sua Cravens starting at strong safety, Xavier Rhodes at cornerback 2, Awuzie cornerback 1, and Bragg at our nickel corner. We've still got the same defensive line, Griffin, Joseph, Johnson, and Hunter, and Harrison Smith at free safety. So this is a really good team. If this team does not win the Super Bowl, I don't know what to tell you. I guess that's just luck of the draw. I don't know what to tell you. 4-4. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And if we don't make the playoffs, I don't know. I'm gonna say we go 10-6. Just barely make the playoffs, make it a wild card. I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. Still gonna call the rebuild a success. We made it to the playoffs twice, losing in the divisional round and then losing in the wild card. I don't know how, to an 8-7-1 Bucks team. So I'd still call it a success. This is a playoff team, and I guess that's just Madden simulation for you. This team, there's no way it shouldn't be in the playoffs. I don't know. We went 7-9. I guess that's gonna do it. We'll call that a successful rebuild. I don't really know what to say. We made the playoffs 2 years out of the 5 that we did. The first 2 years we actually did better than this last year with freaking probably 90 overall team. So thank you everyone for watching. I really enjoyed making this. Had a lot of fun. I enjoy doing these rebuilds, so plan on doing more of them as I can. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. This is my first video, so like I said, I was super excited about it. I'm still really excited about getting this out there and doing more of them. Check out my social media, I'll have it linked in the description below. And once again, thanks for watching. I'm out.